Once again, hello everybody. My name is Lana Gusic and I work at the EURES department within the Croatian Employment Service. EURES stands for European Employment Service, and it's a wide network that brings together both job seekers and employees in order to provide a safe and secure labor mobility in the European Economic Area and in the European Union. And the Croatian Employment Service is a public institution which is open to each and every Croatian citizen in order to provide support and help to better integrate into the national labor market or to just find employment. So how does the CES work with people fleeing the war from Ukraine? Well, first of all, once the temporary protection status is regulated, then each and every person has the right to enter the Croatian unemployment register. So what does that mean? Well, the registration can be done online or on site, which means going to a regional or local office of the CES. And it is always done according to the place of temporary residence. So what does it take in order to register? First of all, you have to fill in an application form. It has been translated to Ukrainian language and is available on the official website of the CES. Then you have to have your valid identity card. It is so-called green card because we need the information about your name and surname, and OIB, that is national identification number. And of course, if a person has a certificate or a diploma of completed education, it is also good to submit. Regarding diplomas or any kind of certificate of education, well, if a person has a valid documentation proving one of these education levels, then what our advisors do is that we direct them to one of the agencies responsible for recognizing those qualifications. So there are three types of agencies responsible. First one would be Education and Teacher Training Agency. They cover the, let's say, primary or elementary school education. Then there is Agency for Vocational Education and Adult Education, where they cover the, let's say, high school education. And third, there is Agency for Science and Higher Education, who covers, of course, university diplomas. One important thing to bear in mind, there is also a database of regulated professions. So what does that mean? Well, certain professions are, let's say, protected in the Republic of Croatia. For example, medical education, dentists, teachers, lawyers, architects, and so on. That means, could you please, okay. That means that if you have finished one of these colleges, then it's not enough only to get your diploma translated. You also have to contact the chamber in charge, because there's a certain difference in exams you have to pass, and of course there are certain conditions that have to be met. For example, the level of knowledge of the Croatian language, and this is something, well, let's say, a sort of a lengthy process, and it can be complicated, but it's not impossible. Either way, Agency for Science and Higher Education has all the basic information if your profession is a regulated one. So what does the CES do with the Ukrainian citizens who are under the temporary protection status? Well, first of all appointments for individual counseling sessions are made during the registration process. And the first thing our advisors do is that we, let's say, make a professional business plan on how to look for a job or how to find employment at the first place. So our advisors determine in what kind of works does a person want to work in, or what kind of works do they want to work in, what kind of special skills or languages they use. And given this information, well, we provide a certain matching with interested employers. We also provide information how to access the active labor policy measures. Ukrainian citizens can enter them the same way as Croatian citizens can, and there is a new set of measures to be released at the beginning of the following year. And there is also one novelty, that is the enrollment of the CES in the pilot project called EU Talent Pool. So what does this mean? It is a certain, let's say, job finding platform which can be reached at the EURES platform. And its purpose is to, let's say, widen the possibilities of finding employment for Ukrainian citizens in the whole European Union. So via this portal or via this tool, you can upload your CV and make it visible to all European employers. Just one thing to bear in mind, if you have regulated your status in the Republic of Croatia, and for example, you wish to work in France, Italy, or some other European country, well, it is of course possible, but first you have to deregister from the Republic of Croatia, which means your status is not transferable to another European country. But if you do find employment somewhere else in Europe, well, all you have to do is contact the authorities in Croatia to deregister and of course apply in that other European country and to set your status in that country. So here are the contacts through which we can be reached should you need further information, and of course after our session. So I will pass on the mic to my colleague, and for any questions, well, I'll be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Lana. My name is Kristina Mazalin, and I'm from the Department of Career Guidance and Education, basically the department that introduced the voucher system for digital and green skills that is implemented through our employment service in Croatia. So my colleague told you about some maybe prerequisites that are necessary in order for you to in the end get to use, actually acquire these vouchers for further education, and that would be that you have to register within us, and you have to have your qualifications recognized in order to, of course, enroll the certain program. So I would like you just to get you acquainted with this system, why it was introduced in Croatia in the first place, and then later on guide you through maybe some steps in order if you would like to apply for the voucher itself. So the system is quite new in Croatia. It started from April this year. Previously we had collaborationships with Facebook, with Google for some courses that were also related to acquiring digital skills. But from this year, it is recognized on the EU level, and of course our ministry wanted to implement this voucher system in Croatia, especially having in mind that rate of participation in adult learning in Croatia is very low. In 2019 it was only 3.5%, whereas on the EU level it is 10.8%. Why is this important? Of course, lifelong learning is something that we all have to be included. There is no job for life, and the market is also constantly evolving, and we need to acquire new skills. So the skills that are prevalent in demand on today's labor market are digital and green skills, of course. So that's why this voucher system is supposed to allow people to gain those skills and, of course, foster then digital and job transition of a Croatian labor market. As you can see, this project is it has a great funding. So. It's a 40 million euros worth of project, and it will last till 2026. So you can get included in this kind of project. You can get one voucher until 2026. So what can you get if you want to get involved in this project? You can basically apply for a voucher, and it will give you the opportunity to acquire the micro or partial skills that are digital or green. We basically have a website that is dedicated to the list of all those skills. That is mainly used by our educational providers that enroll our list of providers. And what is important to emphasize here is once you finish this program, you were granted credentials or the public certificate that you are that you can perform these skills on the labor market. So also I would like to say that this is very flexible and user-oriented type of granting vouchers. So as you will see later, everything is digitalized. So the users don't even have to visit our offices or premises of the Croatian Employment Service. You can apply online, sign a contract with us, and then, of course, do all the documentation online, and then you start going directly to the service provider, education provider. So if you wish to get the voucher for digital green skills, what are the main criteria? Basically, you need to be unemployed, or you can be employed person over the age of 15. You need to, on your application, explain why this skill or program would benefit your career development, your current employment, or maybe job retention. What are some excluding criteria? The excluding criteria are that a voucher can be granted to the person that is currently in the regular education system, to the person that is in higher education side system, that basically means that it excludes students, and beneficiary of pension under the general legislation governing pension insurance. Also, once you enroll a certain program, there is criteria how in what duration of the period of time you have to finish that program. So if you are unemployed person currently, you need to finish that program in course of 6 months, or if you are an employed person, that is in a course of 10 months. So what is the idea behind financing a voucher? Basically, once you decide which voucher would you like to apply for, you need to contact the provider, desired provider, and you need to request the offer for that voucher. So we have the calculated for every program the exact amount, and that can be for each program, and that can be found on our website. So in most cases, the voucher completely covers the cost of that program. But in some cases, if the voucher is lower than that cost, the user itself can pay for the rest of the cost, or the employer of that person. So let's get into the application itself. We have a website. This is a main web page for all the information on vouchers. It is voucheri.hz.hr. So here you can find all the currently available programs that are available for applying, and also we have that is through our embedded skills or program catalog. Also, I would like to point out that this catalog is constantly updated, so we have constantly new programs entering this catalog. No, can you go back, please? If you need maybe assistance regarding which program to choose, you're not sure, or you need to maybe find more information how to apply, you can, before submitting the actual application itself, you can always request career guidance information. That is also done through the platform that I will show you later. As I said, then you contact the chosen educational provider. That is also listed. You can find the contact information also on this page. And of course, once you have that offer for the program, you submit application to the on my voucher platform that I will show you now. Actually, first I will show you the skills catalog. On the same page that I was mentioning, you can find all the educational programs and certified educational institutions that are available through this voucher system. Currently, we have 563 programs, which is a pretty big number. We have mostly, well, a larger percentage of them are for digital skills, and we have, for, of course, green skills. In total, we have 62 different types of programs at the moment, and we have 90 plus different providers. One of them is also Algebra. Mostly popular programs so far, as you can see, are related to digital skills. So we have internet marketing, branding, bookkeeping, Python developer, project manager assistant, front-end developer, UX designer, and so on. In this catalog, once you browse through all the programs, you can enter, you can filter through different, for example, on different locations, different sectors. You click on the desired program, and you can see, of course, everything is in Croatian. We don't have English version, so you would need to have a certain level of knowledge of Croatian. For example, as a web designer, you have here information, what kind of certificate do you get after completing this program. You have information about the education provider. In this case, this is Algebra. You can see locations where the program is going to be held. It can be also online, and the duration of the program. So here you have the maximum amount for the voucher for this particular program, and you have the criteria for enrolling this program. So this is mainly the stage of qualification that you already have. Okay. So once you have decided which program you want to attend, you have requested the offer from the educational provider, you need to go to platform myvoucher.hzz.hr. This is mainly where all the things regarding getting a voucher happens. So you need to basically apply. We have can you just another slide? Yeah. To enter this platform, you need to have access. You need to have a digital credential that is given to citizens or other interested individuals to access the platform through e-citizen system. Okay. Once you have this, you enter the platform, and back. And as I mentioned before, if you need guidance, if you need information about what program would be suitable for you, or you need maybe to contact the career advisor so you can talk to him or he can guide you through the process, you can request that guidance right here before you submit the application. Or if you already have all the documentation, you know what you want, you just click Novi zahtjev or a new application, and then you submit all the documents that are needed. Once you have done that, we have a system that is targeting to be the most possible administration, with minimal administration. We strive to handle all the applications up to 10 days. But bear in mind that we are very currently having a great interest in vouchers, so especially on the Zagreb and Zagreb County area, so they can take up to maybe a certain more days to handle application. But of course, if you at any point of this stage of applying or during your once you start the education itself, you can always contact us. We are accessible through the customer service, which is we have online form. We have also you can contact us via phone, or you can directly use our email that is Voucheri @hzz.hr. And basically, that is, in brief, all about vouchers. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer to you, of course. Thank you.